How do you know if a diamond is real? The first thing I want to ask you is please don't hit it with a hammer. It will break. A diamond is the hardest substance known to man, but because it's so hard, it's also brittle. Good comparison would be to compare steel and cast iron. Cast iron is harder than steel, but the moment you start bending it, it will shatter, whereas steel still has a little bit of flexibility. Also, don't cut glass. It will cut glass if you take the point, but it could chip. A diamond's got stress lines, and if you try and cut the glass and you put the pressure on a stress line, it could crack. So never try that. Much easier ways. If you have a loose diamond, the easiest way would be to turn the diamond upside down with a culet to the top and the table flat on a piece of paper. You draw a line on the paper and you put the diamond center in the middle. You will not see the line. It breaks up the line completely, or if it's not perfectly cut, almost completely. When you put a cubic upside down, the line runs straight through the stone. It will only make a little bit of a bend just around the culet if you look from the top, and you can very easily see the difference. If it's in a ring, it becomes a little bit more difficult. A couple of ways you can distinguish between a real and a fake diamond. You do what we call, and you can do that with a loose diamond too, is the fog test. It's like blowing your breath against the mirror. A diamond disperses heat very quickly. It won't fog up. And if it does, it'll be for a split second. Whereas other stones, you will see your breath on it for quite a while. If you have a loop, 10 times magnification, and you look at a diamond closely and a fake stone, the difference would be a fake stone, like a cubic, would usually show some scratches on the surface because it's a soft stone, unless it's a brand new stone. The corners between the different facets on a diamond is extremely crisp and sharp. On a cubic, they're slightly rounded, a little bit plasticky-ish. You'll see it if you compare the two and you know how to use a loop. If you're an expert, you can actually just put it between your fingers and you can feel it. Now, you would never know the difference if you don't feel the two. If you have a real diamond in your one hand and a fake one in the other hand, or a cubic, and you close your eyes, the one feels slightly oily and plasticky, which is the cubic, and a diamond feels like this thing can cut me. It's very crisp. If you have an emery board, the slightly banana-shaped ones that the women use to clean their nails, you can try and scratch the surface of a diamond. You don't even have to be afraid, it won't scratch. Or very fine sandpaper. You can put the diamond, if it's loose of course. If it's in a ring, you might damage the gold. Upside down on the sandpaper and try and give it a few scratches and it'll just slide over like it's on ice. You can't scratch with sandpaper.